Well, let's talk to ex-Premier League referee Dermott Galagher after plenty of incidents in the weekend's games. Hello, Dermott.
Good morning.
Let's start by asking you about some of the incidents in the Arsenal-Manchester United game at the weekend and the Galagher goal. Let's have a look at this one first and talk us through this goal and how you saw it.
I just think it's tremendous. I think if you watch this at speed, it's absolutely phenomenal. Such a great shout. You know, probably the decision this season so far. You know, the guy's done his job, and a few times I've been in here recently, we've been talking about video technology, and this guy's so good he didn't need it. It's just a fantastic spot.
So, I mean, the linesman, the assistant referee, just did really well, didn't he? Got into a really good position. It's nice to talk about something positive here as well.
Well, it's not only nice to talk about positives, it's nice to talk about positives in such a match that's so high profile, you know. Millions and millions and millions of people watching it, and we want the big decisions right, and without doubt this is the biggest decision probably this season so far, and it's all right seeing that in slow motion and stopping it like that, but the first shot we see in normal speed, it was just a phenomenal spot.
I suppose it was well behind the goal. He should have got it right, but he was in a perfect position. He
was, and that's the key issue, isn't it? He's got in a perfect position. He's made the right judgment, and fair play to him. It's tremendous.
And what happens in referee and assistant referee circles when someone does something really good like that? Do they get praised and a kind of quick promotion?
Darren's at the top of the tree anyhow. There's no doubt about that. He's one of the best international linesmen in the world. But I just think when he put his phone on, he got plenty of good luck messages and texts saying well done. You know, he's top man.
Sir Alex Ferguson accused Howard Webb of favouring Arsenal in the victory. I mean, he actually says their second goal came from him not giving a free kick for a foul on Louis Saha. It should have been a foul for us. Do you agree with that?
The thing is, it's so subjective, isn't it? And there was 2 minutes between that incident and when the ball went in the net. There were so many variables in that thing. We can look at any match and discuss any decision, and unless it's a mandatory thing that everybody sees, you know, refereeing isn't an exact science. That's how the referee saw it, and that's what he gave.
I know that tensions were running high over the weekend. They weren't going quite that fast, but we've speeded it up so you can have a good look at it. In the papers, some of the journalists were actually saying that, you know, Sir Alex Ferguson shouldn't give officials such a hard time. He should just calm things down a little. Do you agree with that? Do you think managers are too quick to fire off?
Well, that's the nature of the beast at the moment, isn't it? You know, the media want people to talk immediately after games, and maybe that's an unfortunate thing. But, you know, maybe some of his comments were born out of disappointment. You know, you're 93 minutes into the match and effectively you think you've killed it off and then it's gone against you. I had an interview with Ryan Giggs yesterday which I thought was pretty good. He said that Manchester United have won games many times in that position. This time they'd have to take it on the chin. That's how the game works.
How sensitive are referees? I mean, do you guys take things personally when you see it out there?
You can't afford to, can you? You don't go into refereeing to be Mr. Popular, I tell you that.
Well, let's look at another incident from the game. I mean, this just kind of emphasises the pressure that you guys are under, referees and assistant referees as well. This was a little bit of chat in the fourth official's ear. Sir Alex, I mean, he was pretty tense during the game and after the game as well. How do you deal with that?
I think you just have to be calm, composed, and you have to be a buffer for the referee at times. Just try and calm them down and ease the tensions a little bit. You know, it's a big high-profile game, tensions are running, and you just have to be clever and just diffuse it as best you can.
And do you feel that the fourth official did that pretty well in the game?
I'm not going to slag that guy off. He's my best friend.
Is he?
He's top man. I think he's the best.
Well, I mean, it must be so hard not to just turn around and give a bit of verbal abuse back sometimes. You know, passions are running high in a game like this.
Yeah, maybe so, but I think you have to be a bit dignified, and if you lose your own head, you're certainly not going to calm the situation. And the secret refereeing really is to be keep your own head and try and get others to keep theirs.
What about Howard Webb? Is he the best referee in the country?
He's certainly got the potential to be one of the best referees in the world. There's no doubt about that. I mean, he's young, he's talented, he's got great man management skills. There's no doubt about that. His recognition of offences on the field is first class. And with a bit of luck, you know, we could be seeing a future World Cup referee.
But when he switched on the telly and he saw that he'd been accused of favouring one side over another, I mean, as a top referee, how does that make you feel?
It's chip paper, isn't it? You know, he'll wake up next week and they'll be saying, you know, we're looking forward to having this guy referee. You know, he's one of the best. That's how it is. I think people make comments and they don't really mean a lot of what they say. It's the heat of the moment. it's the tension after the game, things have swung, that's how life is, and you just move on.
Very philosophical, Dermott. That's where to be.
You
Good
have
to
to
see you. Thanks very much for coming in.
Pleasure.